brand new live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. This is kind of a different setup, so let me know if everything sounds good and all that. Decided to try something new, set up the green screen, set up OBS. I try to set up like some notifications, like when people subscribe and stuff like that, that there'll be a gift that runs across the screen or like a donation or something like that. But yeah, I try to improve the quality of the content by setting up an OBS. Hopefully everything looks good because this is my first time ever doing this. Just decided to test it out with a quick Q&A of NBA slash Knicks Q&A. Let me see if I'm live. I see the chat on my screen. What's going on, Buzzer Beater? Digital's in the chat. JJ. Got Willie in the chat as well. I hope you guys are doing well. But yeah, let me pull this up, make sure everything is all good. You guys hear me? Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me. Yeah, looks like you guys can hear me. So yeah, I just decided to do a quick Q&A. I saw reports that the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets as well are having like a discussion about like Kyrie and Russell Westbrook potential trade. I actually have it in my photos right here. Yeah, right here on Bleacher Report, the Lakers and the Nets are actively engaged in trade talks revolving around a Russell Westbrook Kyrie Irving package per Chris B. Haynes, who's obviously a good reliable source. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Um, yeah, guys, we got Nixon here, Jay Tucker, loud and clear. All right, I'm glad. Knicks Boulevard, Willie Cruz. Does anybody know when the Knicks play in the summer league? I know we don't play on the first day. I think our first day is on the 7th. I believe it's on the 7th. I could double check for you right now. I watched a little bit of the Sacramento Kings summer league game. I know Keegan Murray had a big game. He had like 26, 27 points. I don't read too much into that, especially after Kevin Knox. Like after Kevin Knox was absolutely amazing. People were calling him the next Kevin Durant and all that. Like, do you guys remember that when they were calling him like the next Kevin Durant? That was just hilarious. But I believe our first summer league game's on the 7th. But I'll have to rewatch the whole Kings game. I'll rewatch the Keegan Murray highlights. But yeah, let me look at Knicks NBA Summer League for you right now, man. But yeah, let me know how you guys think of the setup. It is on, yeah, July 8th. There you go. Shout out to Knicks for life. We got MH in the chat. If the Lakers get Kyrie, it would be funny if they got Kevin Love too. Yo, Kevin Love, he's been in Cleveland for a long time. It's just like Kyrie Irving, obviously not there anymore. LeBron James out, but credit to Kevin Love. He's been carving out a nice role over there. Like he was one of the key reasons they went to the play-in or whatever to be competitive. But they're a young team with Mobley, Garland, but and it was just a complete turnaround because remember when he was like throwing the ball that one time, he was just very frustrated with the organization. Oh, well, Jalen Brunson better be the starting point guard. We gave him $104 million, but yeah, when it comes to his overall skill set and talent, yeah, he's going to be the starting point guard. A sports fan, what's going on, man? I saw your comment. I forgot to mention your name. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, this is kind of a test. Next time, because I was rewatching some live streams or going back, looking at some live streams of like how to professionally set it up. I didn't have enough time because I wanted to make sure I started this on time. But whenever someone subscribes, I'm gonna try to have like a notification or like a sound notification and like an RJ GIF or something like that. Like I'm trying to be more professional on this channel, if you know what I mean. What's the Knicks' next move? I'm not sure what their next move is going to be. There's not much we could do, can do right now because we still have Fournier on the books and Randall on the books right now. But yeah, we would have to move on from one of those contracts, make a move. But even when it comes to a small move, I don't really see us doing much. There's not really anyone out there. I know some people want TJ Warren, but I'm not high on that. He can't. He's coming off of an injury. He's a solid player, but at that point, I'd just rather have Fournier in the lineup, even though TJ Warren could play the 3 and the 4. He's a totally different player, but that's just the definition of like mediocrity if we bring in TJ Warren, unless it's on a cheap contract. Um, let's see. Yeah, we play Golden State. I know Golden State didn't play Wiseman. They didn't play like Moody. They didn't play Kuminga. OG Anunoby, I've heard about those rumors. I'm not sure how interested the Knicks are into OG Anunoby. I saw some people talking about that. I like OG, but I don't know if we have the pieces or we have the assets to trade for him. And the Raptors are they really value their young players. I feel like he's staying there personally. Um, the Knicks should keep Cam. Yeah, I agree. They should keep Cam Reddish and actually utilize them. We'll see what happens. Let me set down my mic real quick. Hopefully, they actually utilize them the right way. Um, but yeah, I do like OG. I do. I think Randall's gonna be back. I hate to be negative, but I just think it's the reality that Randall will be back. I don't know anyone that wants that contract right now. I guess the best possibility of trading Randall was like to the Trailblazers, but obviously they got Jeremy Grant, like before draft night. I don't think either of them are getting moved this off season. Um, but just the first to be moved in general, I think will be Fournier. Let's see. Melo maybe would be a nice pickup at what? I'm not sure what it says. And I think it gives us some depth and shooting, and not to mention a veteran for the youngsters. Yeah, maybe you could like help improve RJ's bag, give him some words of wisdom scoring the ball. I wouldn't hate it if it's on like a really cheap deal, but at the same time, you're like, what's really the point? I don't know, MH. He was kind of annoying though. What's going on, Drew? Is Clutch finally using OBS? Yes, I am using OBS. I'm testing it out. I'm testing it out. I will take OG in a heartbeat. I definitely want to keep Cam, but it feels like Tibbs doesn't. Yeah, I kind of gave up on Cam, not his skill set, but the situation in New York. And a lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of people just talk about Cam's raw ability. It kind of doesn't mean anything, and he's not going to be able to find a role. Even obviously, Tom Thibodeau hasn't carved out a role for him, but it's hard to carve out a role in the NBA when you can't stay healthy. He hasn't been able to stay healthy as well. But I really hope he doesn't trade or we don't trade him for cap space. I saw those rumors. That would just be absolutely disgusting. Yo, CK. Yo, everyone. Make sure you subscribe to CK. I'm sure everyone is subscribed to CK, but he's grinding over there. 24-hour stream. That's insane. I couldn't last like 2 hours, but thank you so much, man. You did not have to do that. I really, really appreciate that. But yeah, trying my best to figure out OBS and hopefully add more things to it. But yeah, I've been watching CK for a while. Make sure you show him some love. I've been watching him since like Kevin Knox Summer League days, Mitchell Robinson days. But thank you so much, CK. I really, really appreciate that. Means a lot. See, I'm subscribed to CK. There you go. CK, you got a lot of fans. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Um, there are some rumors that the Bucks want Derrick Rose. Is that real? No, I appreciate it, man. I really, really appreciate that. That means the world. Thank you so much. Tony, what's going on, Tony? How you doing? TMGF, make sure you sub to him as well. Great guy. I follow him on Twitter. I believe his username's the same as Twitter. But yeah, I just decided to like test this out by doing a Q&A. Thank you, TMGF. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I do have someone in this chat or someone that's a part of my channel that subscribed has a username Knicks will be 2026 NBA champs. But yeah, I want to see Reddish have a shot. I really do want to see Reddish have an opportunity. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on Fournier being in the starting lineup? Projectedly, like the defense is going to be very frustrating. Like CK brought up a good point last night. I was talking about like I want Grimes at the two, or just I want someone else there. But yeah, we need length, we need athleticism. That's why I like Reddish. He brings us a different element of potential shot creation. He hasn't put it all together yet. Needs to deepen his bag so he can execute on mid-range shots, but we need that athleticism. We need that shot creation. That's why I was in love with Benedict Mathurin, but obviously went earlier to when it came to like the fifth or sixth pick with Indiana. I think we need more of an explosive type of player alongside RJ. Yo, what's going on, Michael? He says CK goaded. CK love, yes sir. Utah want the whole house for Donovan Mitchell. That's way too much. Yeah, I like Donovan Mitchell. I know there's a lot of people that say Donovan Mitchell is overrated, and I understand both sides of the coin. On like Donovan Mitchell, he has a lot of confidence in getting buckets. Like he just has that dog in him, pulling up from mid range, creating a shot, shot from three, athletic freak of nature. But his defense was god awful. Someone that was known for like pretty good defense coming out of Louisville and his high motor is kind of disgusting to see how bad his defense was in the playoffs. But there's certain moments I'm like, that's not the right basketball play. You need a better shot than that. Why are you shooting that so early in the shot clock? But it could also be I have no choice but to play hero ball. Who's consistently going to help me offensively? Can I always count on Jordan Clarkson, Mike Conley? It's going to be weird not seeing Joe Ingles in a Jazz uniform as well. That was a steal for the Bucks, by the way, like 1 year contract. I know he's coming off of an injury though. Thank you, Emmanuel. I really appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Spend it on some cannolis. I'm saving it. I'm saving it. But don't worry, I'm going to be spending it wise. Yeah, Fournier could shoot, no doubt about it. He broke the single season record, John Stark's record for most threes in a season. What was it, 500? Trying to think at the top of my head. It's just his defense and his lack of athleticism as well. Like, we need a shot creator bad. I don't know when we're going to get one like that because this offense is so predictable with Tom Thibodeau. But I'm interested to see what happens with Donovan Mitchell. I saw reports that they're going to try their best to build around Mitchell, keep him happy. I saw them trying to get Ayton reports. And then, but also if they get a really good offer, they might accept it. Um, let's get Durant for Fournier, Randall, Reddish, and 3 first-round picks. I don't know how much they'll value Fournier. Well, they'll value Fournier because he's a good shooter. But the Nets, if they're trading Durant, they're going to want like a young star back. Yeah, the 3 first-round picks, they'll take that. Obviously, it depends if they're protected or unprotected. But when you look at Randall, Reddish, and past the screen, I forgot who else you mentioned, but they want like people setting off fireworks. It's not even 4th of July yet. Chill, like chill. They want like a young superstar back. Like they pretty much said if they're gonna trade with the Suns because they want the best package in return. They don't really care about Kevin Durant's happiness because what did he really do there? I know he improved their basketball team. The farthest they went was the second round though, but they're trying to get the best in return, and they were only trading Kevin Durant to the Suns if they get Devin Booker back. And I think at some point they're gonna realize though we're not gonna be able to get Devin Booker. It's so hard to win a trade when you're trading away freaking Kevin Durant. But at some point it's probably gonna be like DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, multiple first-round picks. Um, we are in a little bit of a pickle because Fournier is our best shooter and worst defender. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that cash out, James. Trying to up the quality. Uh, yes, CK was in here. What's going on, JJ? I want Mitchell, but with that Gobert trade, that tells us rather keep our young guys instead of having Mitchell with nobody having no future. Yeah, you make a great point there. I've always brought up the Lillard example when a lot of Knicks fans wanted Damian Lillard. I'm like, okay, it's Damian Lillard, one of the best point guards in the game. We're not in the position to compete right now, so if we trade away our draft capital, we have to trade away RJ, another young guy or something like that, then you're like, is Lillard and Randall good enough to win a championship? Not really. You're giving up your entire future just to improve one round. You guys know me. I want to build the team organically. Brunson, I like him. You could say it's a little too much money, but then you could also compare it to like the Fred VanVleet contract, and that's the way the market is now. And he's a huge upgrade though compared to the point guards we've had in the past. But you could say we should have been building this thing organically the whole time, finding real basketball guys that know how to draft, know how to develop. That's how you build a consistent winner. But I don't know. I just hope everything works out. Well, White Falcon, I'm sorry to tell you, the Pelicans signed Zion to a supermax, so that dream's pretty much over. They just signed him to a Supermax White Falcon, if you did not know. Continue to groom our young players. We still don't know what we have with our young core. RJ Barrett and Obi are about to elevate their game with a true point guard. And and also Mitchell Robinson, because Brunson really thrives with throwing those lobs around the rim. Like, he thrived with Dwight Powell. Like, imagine what he's going to do with Obi and Mitch. Obi loves just skyrocketing, running like a gazelle down the floor, just frustrating Burks not being able to find him. But I give credit to Burks. He was one of our most clutch performers. A main reason we won game two, or the key reason. He had like nearly 20 points or over 20 points in that, what was it, third or fourth quarter. He was just played out of position. I really respect him, but just having a guy that can actually make the basic reads and make the right basketball play will be huge. Like, just putting the contract aside, though, look at the attacking. RJ likes to attack, but he wasn't efficient. He was beyond one of the worst in the league finishing at the basket. You bring in Brunson. Brunson hit some difficult shots, but he was crazy efficient. He shot like 50% from the field, 37% from three. There's a stat, he was the most efficient finisher at the rim as well. Like, putting the contract aside, we still got a very good basketball player. The defense concerned due to height. He's still going to try on that side of the ball. It's just 6'1". It's going to be a disadvantage there, but we still got a good player who also is a dog. He's a dog as well. Yeah, we had to free up cap space, man. We need to play Obi more. He's not going to grow into his potential with Randall. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. We got a player, we got a point guard that could play him throughout his strengths, and Randall's still here. But I'm with you. Hopefully the Knicks will be in the playoffs next season. Yeah, we're probably gonna be competing with the Wizards. Are interesting. They have Porzingis there. Who else did they get? They got like some decent veterans or whatever in free agency. But we're probably be competing with the Wizards, competing with the Cavs. That's gonna be tough, and we're gonna be competing with the Hornets, I believe, for the playoffs. But if Kevin Durant's not gonna be there, there's potential that we could take the Nets spot. I'm not saying we'd be top 5 seed, but the Nets would probably drop, which gives us higher chances. But I don't know. There's a lot of talent in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Brunson does. And no one talks about this as well. Like, so Tom Thibodeau's known Brunson his whole life, and I think it's great having his father as an assistant coach, not just from a skill set standpoint, but when you just think about things. So Rick Brunson, who used to play for the New York Knicks, obviously knows about the media. He knows about New York, so I'm sure his son knows all about it. I believe Jalen Brunson lived in New York a little bit. I know he's from New Jersey as well. He lived in New Jersey. Well, obviously he lived in New York if his dad played at Madison Square Garden with the New York Knicks, but from a mental standpoint, it's great to have your father there, because his dad just probably knows like what gets under his skin, like what really puts him in the position to be like successful mentally as well, from a mental standpoint, a confidence standpoint. Like, his father really probably understands his son very well in that way, if you know what I'm saying there. What is Brunson going to average now? So he's in a different role, handling the ball a lot more. Um, we have RJ. RJ's pretty unselfish. Because RJ, he's shown that he can play off the ball his second year. He's shown he's still progressing when it comes to shot creation. We know he likes to work down the lane. RJ is weird because there's games that he does a really good job dribble penetrating, kicking it out, and then there's some games he has too much tunnel vision. But I believe RJ does have the right intentions on the offense side of the basketball. I think it all comes down to Randall and his role of how many points Brunson's going to average. I I really think it comes down to Randall's sacrifice within the offense. And we know Mitch doesn't do a lot offensively. But I'm going to say, if I had to give you guys a prediction, I'll say he averages 18.6 points per game, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. And I think it's going to be on good efficiency. He's one of the most efficient players in basketball. But it's going to be harder because the Mavs had good spacing. Their offense was a lot different. We know how bland our offense is and how difficult it is sometimes to scoring because there's not much movement. So I'm gonna say his efficiency dips a little bit. I'm gonna say he shoots 46% from the field, shoots 37% from three. I'm gonna say he shoots like 79% from the free throw line. No, what was Brunson's IG post? Let me see. What did he post? I like his profile picture on Twitter though. It's cool. It's like him as a kid wearing a Knicks shirt, which is awesome. And if you haven't already, smash that like button. Smash that like button, yo. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate y'all. Yo, we have 50 people in the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yo, we have 53 people watching, but we got 15 likes. I I love you guys, but we could do better than that. 53 people watching. We got 15 likes. Smash that like button. It's free. Smash it. Smash it, y'all. But let me see his Instagram. What we got? What we got? Dow. Oh, okay. It's like a thank you type of message. A lot of Mavericks fans were kind of upset though. I guess because some were like, "Damn, you didn't even have a meeting with us. Like you did us wrong." But apparently, he was going there, going to the Knicks, even if he didn't get the money. But I think that's kind of cap. You get offered that much money, I don't know. So he says, Dallas, thank you for everything. You have embraced me from the moment you drafted me. You believed in me and were able to watch me grow as a person and a player. This city will forever hold a special place in my heart. Thank you, Mark, Nico, Jason Kidd, and the rest of the coaching staff for putting me in a position to be successful. My teammates, without you, none of this would be possible. You guys made my life easier on the court, but you all were better people off of it. I couldn't be more thankful for the training staff, strength, and conditioning staff, and the rest of the organization with their unconditional love and support. Lastly, the fans, you guys have been there every step of the way. Thank you for making my experience in Dallas incredible, even if most of you are Cowboys fans. Oh my, this is the downside here though. You guys won't like to hear this. We know we went to Villanova and all that. He's an Eagles fan. He's an Eagles fan. Oh, Brunson's an Eagles fan. Oh shit. Even if most of you are Cowboys fans, you guys accepted me as an Eagles fan without hesitation. I hope. And like the emoji. Thank you for everything. Always love. But that's kind of a downside. Whew. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. So we have Julius Randle who's a Cowboys fan, and we have Jalen Brunson who's an Eagles fan. I don't think RJ has a team. Yeah, Willie has the tomatoes in the chat. Oh, you guys are funny. Heat, Celtics, Bucks. All right, here we go. Heat, Celtics, Bucks, Bulls, Cavs, Sixers, Hawks, Hornets, Knicks. Ain't gonna make it. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I think it doesn't just come down to Brunson and Randall. It comes down to RJ. How he's gonna be. Is he gonna take that huge leap? Because I feel like this season's gonna be very unpredictable because we don't know what RJ's gonna do. Obviously, we hope he takes that huge leap, but we don't know how big it's gonna be, or we don't know if he's gonna teeter down a little bit. You don't know. I remember Bridges killed us that last game we played the Hornets. Yeah. I want to see the Knicks make it to the second round. That'll be huge. Knicks over Hornets. Yeah, Miles Bridges probably not gonna be there now. I know they rehired Steve Clifford. They used to have. He's a good defensive coach, and I feel like they need more of that disciplined type of coach, like CK said in the stream. Yes, Mavs spacing is much better, so the points average will go down. Yeah, I agree. We'll see though. Yeah, I could see that 18 6 and 6. Toronto, Pistons, Pacers. You think the Pacers gonna make it? I don't think Pacers gonna make it. Pacers young, they just blew it up. Like Brogdon's gone. Well, Turner's still there, but they have Halliburton. They drafted a rookie. I don't think they're making it. I don't. Um, I think we're better than the Pacers. If we don't get the Joker by the summer of 2023, we're stuck. Why would Jokic come here? I love you, man, but why would Jokic come here? Keegan Murray, I did see that he did go off, but I'm not. I wouldn't get too excited, Kings fans. We saw Kevin Knox go off. We saw how that aged. If Julius Randle bounces back next season, do you still want him gone? No, I'm not going to be that guy. If he proves me wrong, um, there's a part of you that's like, yeah, if he has a good season, his style of play still hurts the team. But if he's more disciplined and he's smarter out there on the floor, then yeah, I may change my mind. I'm not rooting for him to fail. I was very critical of Randall, but he's a New York Knick. I want to see him really succeed. I can't stand the Eagles either. I hate them. JJ says I'm worried about Brunson not having the same space. Yup, I mentioned that. Great point, man. He had with the Mavs, big difference. Mavs had 3-and-D guys and stretch bigs. We don't have that. Yeah, they had Bertans, that was big. That had the capability of spacing the floor, even though he was inconsistent. They had Kleba, Finney Smith. Yeah, they had tall guys that could space the floor and play defense for sure. Yeah, I hope RJ's a Giants fan. Did you see what Brunson tweeted about the Knicks? I believe I did. Or did he tweet something about us? Yo, Buzzbeater says Boston's gonna be tough this year. Yeah, freaking if like they're gonna be good regardless, but if Brogdon stays healthy, another guy that could play defense and he could score, yeah, they're gonna be tough. I love Grimes. Grimes is mentally tough. He can shoot that thing. Great defender. Big Shiesties in the chat. I appreciate you. But if you haven't already, smash the like button. I appreciate being here. Oh yeah, I did see that. Ready to start a new chapter. New York, let's go. No way. Is he? No way he's a Commander fan. Is he really? Are the Hornets a potential Randall destination? So we would have to trade Randall for like Hayward or something like that, because we would have to take on a big contract as well. Maybe. RJ gotta be down seeing all the guys near him in the draft class get maxes right now. Last couple days, knowing he's not on their level yet. We'll see what happens. Yeah, just I don't know if he's gonna get the max. It seems like everyone got the max last night. I believe last night and today. I saw Garland he got a bag. But if the Knicks really believe RJ's that and he's gonna be that good, you have to have confidence in him and give him the bag. But maybe they don't want to like make a mistake and they're like, maybe prove yourself one more year. Yeah, I don't like to see players get hurt. Yeah, Brogdon's gotten hurt a lot. That'll be big time, Kwan. Or sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. I really apologize. Bridges might not play another game. Good. He shouldn't play another game. Miles Bridges shouldn't play another game. Awful. Um, awful. It seems like the Knicks are done making moves. There's not any big time free agents out there, or I don't know, just in general. Even if there isn't big time free agents out there, I don't know who else we would make a move for. We would have to move on from Fournier, free up cap space. Yeah, Bridges is a beyond clown. McBride and Brunson show. I don't. You guys think McBride's gonna get time? Or who are you guys excited to watch in the summer league? John Montero, Trevor Keels, Sims. I know what's his name's not playing. Rokas. He's not. If hopefully we play Reddish music. What's going on? Welcome. Yeah, that just turned out awful, man. Like, that just shows right there. It seems like everyone's friends in the league. But sometimes friends in business, because people just think it's basketball, it's business as well. Friends and business it doesn't always mesh. Like, how are you gonna be through that adversity? What will it cost to get OG Anunoby? The most. See, it's so hard to really look at the value of the young guys because how are these other teams gonna look at these young guys as potential young starters if they're like, oh, it looks like Tibbs doesn't even look at them as potential young starters, so why would we? Or maybe they're just smart organization. They're like, I like what this kid did in college. When he gets an opportunity, he's good. But we would definitely have to give up Obi or quickly. Give up draft picks. What else would we have to? Yeah, we would have to give up young talent. OG is a good player. Grimes being nervous and very tentative about attacking the rim. Hopefully, he can change that up. You think he's more? You guys think you guys honestly think Grimes more than a 3 and D player? I'm not saying you're wrong if you do think he's more than that. But what are your thoughts on that? Because you could say Tibbs kind of puts the young guys in a box. Mid-season trade prediction? We'll have to wait and see how the first half of the season is. Do the Knicks trade Cam Reddish? Well, there was those rumors, remember, that we're going to trade him for cap space, but now that we got Brunson, I think Reddish stays. RJ has to be the first option. Damn, this chat going by fast. Oh my god. Number 18 coming soon. Number 18. Who are you talking about? Doesn't know playing with your mans, RJ. No, but like teaming up and that, especially when you have that. I'm not dissing KD or Kevin Durant, but we know their unique personalities. Oh yeah, I did see those reports. There's talk about Westbrook and Kyrie. Did see that. That'll be kind of cool. Obi will be a star if we put him in the position to be successful. If we put him in that position, Randall will obviously have to be gone. Yeah, he's spamming. Yeah, if he said it anymore, then yeah, I would have timed him out, but he's good. I think Grimes will show off his handle and creation more in the Summer League. I agree with that. That's why the Summer League's kind of cool. You get to see these players outside of a box just shoot whatever. They have the green light. Yeah, the Nets didn't come close to a ring. Apparently, there's a bunch of reports I see that. Oh no, it's just not anything. Um, Apparently, there's a bunch of rumors that they're trading them or looking to trade them. Come on, Laker J. Don't be spamming the chat, bro. You're lucky I'm chill about it. Some other people wouldn't be chill about it. But yeah, shout out to you guys in the chat. I really we have 102 people watching. Holy shit. Thank you guys. Yo, thank you. If you haven't already smashed that like button, if you'd like, so you guys do what you want. But I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Means a lot. But yeah, if you keep spamming, I'm gonna time them out. What's going on, John? How you doing? Get this bum out of here. Yo, I was kind of shocked too. Well, he got a good amount of money. What did he get, like 20 mil? I know the Blazers trying to win now, but see, I like Jeremy Grant. I think some people on Twitter were kind of overrating Jeremy Grant. I like Jeremy Grant on the Nuggets before he took the bag and was trying to form his own team or be the top option on Detroit, which he was before they got Cade Cunningham. Obviously, things changed, but I liked him in that Denver role when he did the little things, like utilize his athleticism, good defensive player, didn't try to do too much. As a top three option, though, I don't really see you winning anything with Jeremy Grant. I don't. But we'll see, we'll see. They drafted Shaden Sharp too, didn't they? So I think they might be trying to put a package together. Like you draft a young guy, Shaden Sharp. I know, but they re-signed Nurkic, so I'm not sure what they're trying to do. Yeah, let me look at the roster right now. But then, oh, but no, they're not trying to put a package because they gave Anthony Simons that contract. Yeah, I don't know. I'm with you, man. We definitely do need better defense at that shooting guard spot. Would you start Grimes? Who would you start there? Sadly, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be Fournier. But when it really comes down to like versatility and like if I was building the team organically, not trying to rush the process, trying to see the development of the young guys, I would put RJ back at the 2. I would put Reddish at the 3, start Obi, but I would kind of have no choice but to start Randall because of the contract and the organization say on him and all that. But I just want to see those young guys get experience and grow. You would start IQ, but then you could say that would be a small lineup. I don't know. The Knicks could do a lot. A lot, yeah. Jalen Brunson does have a lot of respect from players, especially Mikal Bridges because he played with him at Villanova. We'll see, Sinister. I don't think he's not. He's definitely not trash. Brunson's definitely not trash. You could say he's solid at worst, but yeah, like he's not an all star right now. We'll see what happens. Obviously, Leon Rose, Scott Perry, the overall organization, everyone just looks at, oh, that's a lot of money. But some people within the organization obviously thought in a bigger role that he could progress and he's going to continue to get better. We'll wait and see. I'm not going to say he's going to be some future star, but we'll see. You want me to do that as my background next stream? I could do that if you want. Start RJ at the 2 and Grimes at the 3. Uh, we need a train Cam Reddish. You mean trade? Yeah, I know some people that aren't that high on Reddish. I'm actually I think Reddish is overall more raw talent than Grimes, but I trust Grimes more from a discipline standpoint. Reddish still needs to prove himself. Grimes does too, but when it comes to an overall role, I just trust Grimes. But obviously, if Reddish develops, he's gonna be better. That's not enough, in my opinion. What do you think about OG Anunoby for Fournier and Cam Reddish? Yeah, that's not enough. You'll have to throw in a pick or two. Because you have to realize, like, unless because the Raptors are good at developing, so maybe they would do that. I don't think they would. But yet, the Raptors are really great at developing young talent and getting the most out of them. So maybe they would take it on. I hope the Knicks will be 2026 champs. Me too, man. Uh, I do not want D'Lo at all. I think D'Lo is one of the most overrated players in the league. I think D'Lo has a lot of talent, but he doesn't have it up here. He's extremely inefficient and inconsistent. What he shoot 41% from the field. Plays no defense. Has a lot of selfish moments. I think D'Lo's overrated. That's just me though. Trade Grimes. What's your thoughts on the Brunson signing, Falcon? We need to tell Obi, I mean not Obi, OG to start causing problems in Toronto so we can get him. I hope, Chase Sniper. But right now, when you look at the starting five, I think Fournier's starting. I don't want him to start. I think he will. So you're gonna have Brunson at the 1. You're gonna have Fournier. You're gonna have RJ, Randall, and Mitch. So do you guys think? Because you could say the Knicks, if we're being real, they have quality, solid, good players. But we need a great player. We have a bunch of. You could say we have like a few number twos and number threes, and potentially a six man in the starting lineup. So how far do you think we would go if we did get? I'm not saying a specific name, but if we did get like a little tier over all star. I'm not saying superstar, but someone that's a little better than an all star. How far do you think this team would go? Like if like someone replacing Fournier spot or not RJ spot, like you switch RJ back to the 2, like, and then you put someone else at the 3. What about Kemba? He could still play. Wait, what about Kemba? Could still play into you? Kemba's not on the roster anymore. Well, Kemba's a free agent actually now, 'cause the Pistons bought him out. Can you name the teams in the East that are better than us right now? Yeah, I will right now. I'll say this right now, though. I think we're going to be competing with like the Hornets, Wizards. The Nets are going to drop off. Teams that are better than us right now. But it's so hard to say because the season we were the fourth seed, no one expected that shit. So the Heat are better than us, Celtics better than us, Bucks better than us, Sixers. Obviously the Raptors can go in different directions. There's KD rumors and all that. If they trade Scotty Barnes, but Raptors are better than us right now. Bulls are better than us right now. The Nets aren't. The Hawks are. The Cavs are a wait and see game because they were great at the beginning of the season, then they fell off. So I would say best case scenario, we're like the seventh, eighth seed. But again, you never know. If RJ takes a huge leap, we may end up being like the fifth, sixth seed. But yeah, we're better than the Magic, better than the Pistons, Pacers. I would like to think we're better than the Wizards. I think we're gonna be competing with like the Hornets, the Cavs. I think we're gonna be competing with those teams if we want to make it to the playoffs. You don't think the Raptors are better than us? Sixers better than us though. I'm not like I like to be positive, but also try to be real. But yeah, you never know. But Sixers have a superstar player. We don't have a superstar player. They have Joel Embiid. Oh yeah, because the draft pick. What is that? Top 14 protected? I think we can get like 15th, 16th pick out of that maybe. I don't know. We'll see. They're an interesting team. I did see that Keegan Murray had a good game. He did. I believe it was the third quarter. He made like 3 or 4 buckets in a row, a couple threes in a row. Yeah, he was going off. He had a nice game. I agree with you, Bella. I think 7 through 12. 7 through 12. But they also have Maxi. Maxi's damn good too. I think Fox is off the table now. I don't think they're trying to trade him anymore. Because they got some bonus, so they're pretty much in win now mode right now. Jaw too. Yeah, I'm not sure who wants Randall right now. I know I like Keldon Johnson. I do. He's like 6'5" when he plays the power forward position for the Spurs. But they're going young, and I feel like they're holding on to Keldon. He's a restricted free agent next year. I know that. But I think that's a piece they would like to hold on to, honestly. Stat predictions for RJ next year. So if he stays at 20 points per game, I'm cool with that. In my opinion, it comes down to the efficiency and his defense. I'm gonna say he averages 21 points per game. He shoots 45% from the field, 36% from three, 70. I'm gonna say he gets up to 76% from the free throw line. Still not great. He averages 6 rebounds, four assists, and a steal. I heard New Jersey asked about Randall. What source, Willie? Yeah, Keldon's a strong player, and he was I think he led the league last year in 3 point efficiency. Well, he shot like over 40% from three. At one point, he was shooting like 44%. But yeah, he could shoot that thing. Let me see. Let me see what Keldon averaged from three. Keldon Johnson stats. He averaged 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 46% from the field. Oh no, he shot 40. Yeah, he shot 40% from three on 5 attempts. Oh. Yeah, you want to see his shot creation get better. and his mid range. That's huge. What Falcon? What? Respectfully, what are you talking about? He says Brunson question mark. Why not start Rose or IQ? Because Brunson's better, or some people think Rose is better, for some reason. Even I'm not gonna complain with or argue with your opinion, but yeah, we just gave Brunson $104 million. We better start him. What you? That's not fair, bro. RJ needs to average 25 where he's gone. So if he averages like 22, 23 on good efficiency, like you'd be mad at that? Yeah, exactly, JJ. But I just wanted to evaluate RJ without Randall for one season, and Randall may be back again. Yo, if you haven't already smashed that like button, I appreciate you guys being here. Um, what's going on, Giggles? I think he's a troll, almighty finesse. Wait, CAA's in here. Leon Rose is in here. Hold up. No, what's going on, C Mac? Imagine we get Brunson and he's. I don't even know what I'd do. Brunson plays hard, bro. He's built for New York. He may not be a superstar, but he plays hard. Yeah, 44, 45%. I need RJ to get to. I'm not. That's not realistic. I'm not asking that. I just hope he plays smarter. Julius Randle better play like an MVP candidate again. I don't think that's happening again. I hope he plays good though. I'm not gonna lie. Or of course, I hope he plays good. A lot of people want OG. Yeah, Big Shiesty. Of course I do, because Leon Rose is affiliated with them. Our president is. Bro, it's a sad generationer. It's a sad generation buzzer beater. It is. It's very sad. It's sad. Seeing that video of freaking Miles Bridges' kid just talking about the situation, it just seems normal. That's how you know that shit happens so much. But again, kids be saying everything. But Bridges, what? God. Be better, man. Be better. What's the efficiency look like though, Funky? That's what I care about. Wait, you said that three rebounds for Randall. Randall, he tries on the boards. I don't think he's getting 3 rebounds. I personally do think the Knicks are done making moves, but I'm just a fan. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Clutch Baseball TV, troll huh? We better make it to the finals. Oh my goodness gracious. Funny man. I know about Chris Webber, obviously. Played for Michigan, played for Sacramento. The big thing with Chris Webber, though, I'm not saying Randall is Chris Webber. Chris Webber wasn't good in the big time moments either. But I didn't watch Chris Webber play. I've only seen his highlights. Just wave him. Need a shooting guard that can get 20 a night. Then they could run and gun because they have no real post players. Get Sexton, put him at the 2 spot. I keep on forgetting Sexton's still out there. Or what do you think is gonna happen with DeAndre Ayton, guys? You think he's gonna go to Brooklyn? What do you guys think is happening with DeAndre Ayton? Yeah, let me see the other free agents out there. We know Harrell's not going anywhere because obviously he's going to jail, sadly. Um, let's see, 2022. But yo, spam questions in the chat. I love answering the questions. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, let's see what we got here. Jarrett Culver's still out there, I think. He hasn't lived up to his lottery status. Paul Millsap, Carmelo, Kent Bazemore, Markieff Morris, Lou Williams. Is he still out there? For some reason, I thought he got signed. I think the Spurs, I'm not going to say, because I don't think, like, obviously the players don't intentionally try to tank, but the Spurs, I really think they're looking towards the 2023 draft with Victor Wembanyama. That's why they collected the draft assets. Didn't really care about acquiring Gallinari. They're just playing the young guys. Wait, Rondo's still a free agent? Rondo is. Jordan Nwora, Dragic, DJ Augustine. Yeah, there's not really names out there. Oh. What do you see Bridges' stat line on the prison basketball team? Oh, Lord. Ainge of the Spurs? See, I don't think the Spurs trying to win right now. Or actually, he's a young piece. They could develop him. They are looking towards the future. He's young, so never mind. If he was older, obviously they wouldn't go after him. I personally think Melo should retire too, but I still think he has ball in him, but I think that would be the best decision. Adam Silver's gonna give the Spurs first overall pick next year. Yeah, they had Tim Duncan, now they're gonna get like the next generational talent. Yeah, I could see that. Knicks. I think they're just gonna give up on trying to get Booker. Like you're not getting Booker for KD. Well, let's just say Miles Bridges. Well, he's abusive. I'll just say that he's abusive. They are quiet, so I believe more is coming. Well, in my opinion, of course they'll be quiet. What else would they do? They already got Brunson. They signed Isaiah Hartenstein, who they wanted. Re-signed Mitch. Yup, he's from France. John Morant, Zion, Darius Garland, Shea. Got the $200 million Supermax deal. RJ needs the Supermax deal. You think he should get the Super? I think he should get the Max. I don't know if he should get Supermax. But if the Knicks believe in him, I'll say this though. If the Knicks believe he could be a Supermax player or believe he can be an all-star level plus player, if you really believe in him, give him the money. To me, there's a less of a belief in RJ if you have to wait. That's just me. Yeah, I did see that he signed it with Boston, or he did. I think Brunson will be good. I think he will. Who won that Utah Minnesota trade? So now Carl-Anthony Towns is at the 4, which I actually like him at more. Because he's not that great of like posting up. Yeah, he's a big guy. But for someone that's that big, you would think he's more effective in the post. He can stretch the floor very well. You get Rudy Gobert that takes pressure off of him defensively. Obviously, you have two guys with $200 million plus contracts. You have Edwards there. So they have a nice young squad. They do. I know they're trying to get rid of D'Lo. But they gave up a lot of draft capital. But they're trying to win now. I think they both won on both sides. I think it was equal. Because, yes, a lot of people don't value Gobert and his old school style skill set. But you have to look at the fit with the team as well. But we have to wait and see, though. It may seem cool, but we have to wait and see how it is. We have to wait and see. What's going on, Digital? How you doing? Being unbiased, Trae Young's really good. He's really good. Some of the best vision in the game, some of the best range, one of the best handles, floaters insane. I know he had a rough Miami series though, he did. Obviously they're trying to hide his defensive life like but he they're trying to hide his defense. Not so great defense with Murray though. Yo, my guys in here, Knicks will be 2026 NBA champs. I don't think well that we already saw reports that the Knicks are hesitant in giving up draft picks for Mitchell. That's the thing though. If you acquire all these assets or all these draft picks, why are you so hesitant to give them up? Like pick a direction. Are you going rebuild or are you going like all in? Unless they want to use those draft picks in next year's draft or for a different player. Uh, we got to be on Trae Young next season. Yeah, I understand, Jay. I'm okay with Randall staying with the Knicks if he plays like an all-star consistently every season. I'm not even like yeah, we hope he plays like an all-star. I'm not even asking for that though. I just hope he's level-headed, his IQ improves, makes smarter decisions, sacrifices a role. We're gonna see what happens. I'm with you, Knicks Boulevard, but at some point, yeah, we're gonna have to like can't just hold on to these picks and do nothing. I'm hoping they move Randall so people could see how good RJ is. That's the thing. Like I mentioned again, I want Randall gone, not just when it comes to like I think we're gonna be a better team. Like it's just Randall and RJ don't fit well together. It's really rare when they both have good games at the same time. It's hard to evaluate RJ when Randall's on this team. That's not an excuse, it's just kind of facts. Obviously, RJ needs to get better at things, but hell no, Funky. He's going back to the Sixers on a cheap contract anyway, which I give him credit for that he's returning on like $40 million. Like credit to him. He's aware. Scoot Henderson, yeah, next year's draft out of G League Ignite. I heard he's good. I watched a little of him. I hope someone gets fired after Randall pulls the same BS as last year, and someone asks why he wasn't traded this offseason. I just don't think anyone wants him right now. But you could also say, like, it's so hard to look at when we trade for Brunson because we don't get these meetings from Leon Rose of what's the true plan, so we just guess. Are we getting Brunson to win now to potentially have a big three with like Brunson, RJ, and Randall? Or is it like, oh, we're just getting Brunson because we're very high on him for now and the future because he's 25, we think he's going to get better. So, Bobo re-signed with the Magic. He re-signed with the Magic. Yeah, it's a wait and see game. I'm with you, man. Uh, Rondo's still out there. Uh, who else is out there? There's not a lot of players out there. There's, let's see, Austin Rivers. There's no one really out there. LaMarcus Aldridge, T.J. Warren, Juancho Hernan-Gomez, Dennis Schroeder, Avery Bradley, Colin Sexton, Bryn Forbes. He's not a bad shooter. He's a pretty good shooter. Carmelo. Uh, What's going on, Danny? Brunson is very efficient scorer, averaging 50% from the field and almost 40% from three. Yup, and he was the most finish. He was the most efficient finisher at the rim as well. And he hit difficult shots. They weren't like some easy shots. But it's gonna be different with our spacing here and our offense. Dame's not coming to the Knicks. They just got Grant for a reason to help out Dame. Trae Young's. All these Trays in the chat. I have a lot of respect for Trae Young. I think Trae Young's good as shit. He's very good. Oh, it's thunderstorming. If the stream goes out, you'll know why. You'll remember all those talks and rumors about Dame. There's talks and rumors about every player to the Knicks. I'll say this though, Wembanyama, yes, he could stretch the floor, shoot, he can handle the ball. He shoots like fadeaways. He's 7 for 3, by the way. He could pass, he could block shots. He needs to get stronger though. He needs to put on a little more weight. He does. He's very thin. He's big. He has more strength to him though than Chet. Yeah, RJ did take a lot of shots last year. I have to agree with that. Um, I'll say this though, I do understand the people that are making excuses for RJ when it comes to his efficiency because it was his first year with the Knicks when Randall was out or when they did give him the keys. I thought it was like go be yourself. So there was kind of a learning curve with that, but you've definitely seen the struggles. He needs to get better finishing at the rim, improve a mid-range shot, continuously work on that step back because we've seen him leave it short a lot or airball it. So definitely needs to put together that bag more efficiently or create more of a bag. Thank you, TMGF. I really appreciate that. Yeah, smash the like button if you haven't already. How many people we got in the chat? It's 11:04. Damn, they even realize. We have 105 watching. We have 57 likes. And if you're new to the channel, be free to click that subscribe button if you'd like as well. Click that subscribe button if you enjoy the content. Make up-to-date Knicks content. Now that I figured out OBS, I might make a separate channel for like just chill streams and all that. Yeah, Trey kills us. Even if Trey's like inefficient the whole game, like in the fourth quarter when there's like a minute left, I'm just like, oh, I'm just scared all the time with that floater coming off of a screen, deep three. Jalen point guard, Cam shooting guard, RJ. Jalen, Cam. That'd be awesome, Funky. That'd be awesome. Thank you, Ice Trey. I really appreciate that. Play Fortnite? I don't play Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite. Thank you, Willie. Hell no, I'm not going for Bridges at all. I do not want that a-hole on my team. I do not want that a-hole on my team. Yeah, that's the thing. It's the regular season. The playoffs are way different. Thank you, man. I really, really appreciate that. MH is in a stream right now, or I'm not sure what he's doing. It's freaking. He was in the chat earlier, but it's 11 o'clock at night. Like, I wasn't planning on bringing anyone on because it's late. Front office needs to decide if RJ is a main component to being a playoff contender or not. Well, he better be because we spent the 3rd overall pick on him. If he doesn't work out, it's going to set back our franchise a few years. John Zion got the bag because Memphis and New Orleans know they aren't contenders without them. Well, Zion hasn't really played enough to know, but Zion, obviously, that year, even though he got hurt, he averaged 27 a game on extremely great efficiency. I just play like Madden and 2K. I just play like sports games and GTA sometimes. Any chance we take Russ, I would. I'm the only one that wouldn't really be that pissed at it. There's the risk though of Westbrook stunning RJ's development for that year, and it would be a very important year. But yeah, only one more year left on his contract. Like, would you guys be mad at a Randall Russ deal? Russ only has one more year left on his contract, but like I said, there's the risk with RJ. Damn, my ass hurts sitting in the seat. God damn. The fact that RJ is the best player on the Knicks is why this team sucks. He needs to prove a lot still. I used to play GTA. Yeah, GTA's a classic, bro. There's so many GTAs. To it, I hate Randall. I would be mad. Trade for Ben, not Russ. No. It would be only 1 year, but yeah, I understand. So you're done. You don't believe in him, Mr. Raj. Heck no to Westbrook. I would drive RJ to Utah for. Wait, I would drive RJ to Utah for Spider, guaranteed to make playoffs easily, but with RJ, we looking like a play-in at best. I want to see RJ this 1 year. I want to see him this upcoming year because this is a huge year for RJ. This is. It's kind of. I'm not gonna say it's a make or break year, or is for his contract, but it's make or break of is he it? Is he it? Is he gonna take that big leap? Stop tagging me. Westbrook's better than D Rose. Be nice to each other in the chat, y'all. Let me see. Let's see how many likes we got. Let's see how many likes we got. Got 67 likes. Smash the like button, y'all. Right now, in my opinion, you got it. Right now, Brunson's better than RJ. Obviously, we hope RJ ends up being better than Brunson, but right now, Brunson's better than RJ. Yeah, that I remember that game. Yeah, that was when there was no fans, right? He hit that huge three in the corner. Yeah, because he's gonna go to a team that actually knows how to put their players in the position to be successful. That's always the scare of the Knicks trading young guys. If a player with Hartenstein's skill set would have been the number one pick in the 22 draft, great pick after fleecing the draft for assets, then the keeper young core plus Cam. Now we move Evan and Julius. I don't think Evan and Julius are going anywhere, but Hartenstein's an underrated pickup for 2 years, $16 million. He brings us a different element Mitch doesn't have. He has floater in the lane as a big man. He's huge, by the way. He's like 7 foot, over what is he? 255, 260. He's huge, but he's a hook shot, which Mitch doesn't have. He's great at setting screens, rolling to the basket. He's not as athletic as Mitch. Can't guard the perimeter like him, but he's a good rim protector, and he could pass as well. He could pass. Year three, RJ got 20 points per game by taking high amount of shots. Awful free throw percentage. No good at 3.0. Wait, has zero mid range. Tell me what makes RJ supermax. I don't think he's a supermax right now at all. I'm just saying if the Knicks believe he could be that, you give him the contract. If they believe that. But right now, yeah, he's not a supermax player. He still has a lot to prove. Joker, you wait, what? Jokic isn't a number one, but he's the best. It's hard to read. Jokic is obviously the number one on that team, no doubt. You don't think Jokic could be like number one on a championship team? I just don't think he's enough around him. Jamal Murray was out. Like I don't even think Jamal Murray's enough either. Yeah, it's insane. Buzzer beater. I just think it's the new normal though. These contracts. I'm with you, King. I'm with you. He would have gotten it already. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Is he a 25 a year point guard? I'm not in agreement with the contract. I don't think he is that. But if you look at the direction the contracts are moving in, those types of players are going to get that amount of money. But you also have to look at Thunderstorming, by the way. You have to look at the value of the point guard position as well, though. I feel like that position's going to get paid a little more, too. Brunson was great in the playoffs. That is where you earn your pay. What has RJ done in the playoffs? Or when? What? I don't know what it says that. Or when it comes to earn a max. Yeah, he still has a lot to prove. I'm not saying he deserves a max. I'm not. I would give him the max. I wouldn't give him a super max though. Because in my opinion, you pay these young players based off of what they can be. In my opinion, when De'Aaron Fox got that contract, I didn't think he deserved it in that moment. They barely play Cam Reddish. He's a big question mark. RJ should get a max next season depending on what happens. I think the Knicks are just gonna wait and see. Well, I'm not rooting for RJ to fail. Like Knicks fan, I don't understand some Knicks fans. I'm not talking about you, by the way. There's some Knicks fans that talk shit on RJ and they're happy when he has bad games. Like, oh, I told you so. Knicks fans, you better hope RJ has a very good year because we spent the number 3 overall pick on him. If he doesn't work out, our franchise is set back. You can't keep on missing on picks. Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, not playing Obi throughout his strengths. RJ Barrett doesn't work out. Like, you gotta hit a home run. You can't just be hitting like like base hits. Because Mitchell Robinson, you can say base hit, like or a double, but quickly solid, Mitch solid, but they're not home runs. I don't think RJ's Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown's amazing. He was one of the best players in the NBA Finals. I really don't see Cam succeeding here, to be honest. Tibbs doesn't want Cam. I don't see him succeeding here. I hope he does though. Bro, I need a new chair, bro. I'm gonna get one of like those gaming chairs because this shit hurts my ass. Oh, Obi will be a grand slam if we trade Randall, start him, and play him throughout his strengths. RJ's like Jalen Brown. What are you smoking? RJ's the same athleticism as a grandma. RJ's a weird athlete. Like he's a good athlete, but he's just stiff as hell out there. He's just not. He's not smooth. So Leon wanted Cam, but Tibbs didn't. They weren't on the same page. Tibbs didn't want Obi. Leon wanted Obi. The Knicks took Cam because they thought that Knox was tradable. He made it to the second contract. The Pistons did not want anybody on the Knicks for IV. Go see Alan Hahn's radio show. He said there's nothing on this roster the Pistons want it. I kind of agree with him. Well, RJ obviously wasn't in those talks, but when Tibbs doesn't value his young guys and doesn't consistently give them opportunities, the trade value is not going to be the best. You can't just go, oh, Obi was taken eighth quickly. It's been a little better than where he was selected, where he's surpassed the 25th overall pick's expectations. Like, in order to get value for your young players, you have to play your young players throughout their strengths. You have to build up the value. That's the problem. We didn't build up any value. Obi had some nice games towards the end of the season, but besides that, didn't really play him much. What's going on, S Mode? How you doing, man? How you doing? Oh, I just have PS4. I don't have PS5. I didn't buy PS5 because I'm going to college soon. I'm trying to save my money. I'm with you. We should trade Randall, but for who and what destination? Who wants him? RJ should go back to the two. He should. We need an athletic three next to RJ. If we get an athletic shot creating three, I really think that changes our team. I'm not saying we'll be contenders, but that'll definitely open up a lot more. In my opinion, at least. Grandmama. Yeah, Larry Johnson, man. I think I wasn't around then. Like, I know about the 4 point shot and all that, but apparently when he was in the Hornets, they had like commercials of him dressed up as a grandma. Trade for Dallas. Well, all right, so let's take these into context. Put these into context. I don't really think all those four backfired. So, well, Noel didn't stay healthy. He had a productive year. He was a key reason we went to the playoffs. You kind of got to give him credit there. Noel, you weren't expecting him to be an all-star. You weren't expecting him to be good. When he was healthy, he was solid. But you could say that wasn't the greatest of signing because he wasn't healthy. Burks was way better. Like, the expectations-wise, Burks was way better than I thought he was going to be. Yes, he was played out of position, but he won us our first playoff game in 9 years in game two. When he wasn't played out of position, yes, he's inconsistent, but when he's high, he could score the heck out of the basketball. I think you're undervaluing Burks there. Burks wasn't supposed to be like fantastic. He actually played pretty well. Like that's what Burks is. He's inconsistent. That's why he's been all around the league. Kemba, low risk, high reward, didn't work out. Don't think that was that bad. It was a cheap contract. Um, Randall, well, yeah, Randall played bad, but he had a good year. His second year with us, but yeah, last year you can't excuse that. But I have to put those more into context, in my opinion. Yeah, he's a solid, inconsistent player. He's not supposed to be utilized as a point guard. If you thought Burks was gonna set the world on fire and play like an all star when we got him, like I guess you just don't know. If the Knicks kept Bernard King, they would have won a chip. I think I have a video on this channel about Bernard King. Bernard King's one of the best scorers ever. He came back from an injury like 2 seasons later, averaged like 30 or nearly 30. Yo, what's going on, Legend Z? How you doing, man? How you feeling about your Spurs, man? I think you guys going in on Victor Wembanyama. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Trade Julius Randle for whoever. Yeah, I know some people just on the like they have the stance like just trade him for whatever at this point. Yeah, I remember that the last game of the season. Yep, I remember that. Well, this is like the official rebuild for you guys. Like Lonnie Walker, he went to Lakers. DeJounte Murray Hawks. You guys got the draft picks. Gallinari not there though. I think you guys are just trying to develop and build throughout the draft now. So who do you think the move is gonna be, S mode? Who do you think the move's gonna be? What the move's gonna be? People call me crazy. I don't want Westbrook on this team because I think it would stunt the development of an important year of art. Like this is a huge year for RJ next year, and with Westbrook, it would be that would just be bad. But for 1 year, it couldn't hurt. Like it's just one more year. Not like you'd be here long term. I'm on the fence. I'll say that. He has one more year left on his contract. Bro, that's what I've been praying as a Knicks fan for years. Just play the young guys, develop them, build a consistent winner, draft right. But you look at the history, we don't draft right. We don't. See, that's a very good question, man. Because, like, Leon Rose hasn't had, like, a press conference lately about the New York Knicks direction. So, obviously, we have RJ, who's 22 years of age. Randall's not here long term. But obviously, we signed Brunson. So, I mentioned this earlier. What way is Leon looking at it? We're trying to win now with like Brunson, RJ, Randall, or are we also looking at it as like we signed Brunson to that ginormous contract? If it's a lot of money or not, obviously he's an improvement. Like he's 25, they think he can improve more and be a part of the future. I don't know what the Knicks direction actually is because we're gathering these draft picks, but also like we gave Brunson this giant deal. They're obviously not believers in quickly if they gave Brunson that deal as a starting point guard at least. Yeah, a lot of things I feel like would have been different if Ewing won the championship. I think he has to develop a hook shot before he could develop a mid. He's an awful free throw shooter. He's not developing a mid range right now. Shot like under 50% from the free throw line. Yeah, I understand he can guard the perimeter, he can block shots, he can roll to the basket. Due to the market though, that's what we would have had to pay Mitch, and there was no one else out there to sign him. I don't think it's that bad of a contract, especially for the impact on our team. Maybe if it was on like some other team that really didn't need someone like that. What Cody Martin get today? Like 20 30 million dollars, or was it Caleb? What's going on, still Knicks fans? How you doing, man? How you doing, still Knicks fans? Hope all is well. They're finally starting to do what? Do what? Do what? Uh, Mitchell, uh, I'm not a workout clip guy. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm not a believer in Mitchell Robinson shooting threes based off of workout clips when this dude shot like 49% from the free throw line. I don't know, but I'm not gonna have to hear from Nets fans no more on Twitter. When I go to college, I'm probably gonna stop buying sports games because I just don't see the point of spending money on them, and it's the same game every year. But I'm probably still gonna buy the shit, knowing me. Never mind. Obi's energy brings the team and the fans excitement. Randall gives the total opposite. Yeah, after he thumbs down the fans, especially, also, you're kind of done. Yeah, Ben Simmons made threes in workout clips. I think Donovan Mitchell. Well, I don't even know if he's going to Miami because the whole Bam thing. You can't trade the way contracts set up. You can't trade Bam. Oh, my major is communications, and I'm concentrating in journalism and media studies. Yo, what's going on, Jeffrey? How you doing, man? Hope all is well. My man Jeffrey, how are you? Yeah, when you tell fans to shut the F up. See, like, I'm gonna say it again. Randall's a talented ass player. Like, he's very, very talented, but it's all about up here. Up here. Like, Randall, I feel he has moments he plays tough as shit. Like, I feel like he really does have a mentality when, like, his mentality to go on the court is to go out there and kill. But you can't be letting players get to you so easy. He lets that happen so easy. He lets people get in his head. You can't have that happen, especially in New York. Yeah, I do actually. I do. So I want to be a reporter. Also, I want to like write for ESPN and stuff like that, or just write about basketball. My dream job, like freaking giant dream, is to be like a scout one day, travel all over the place, scout players. No, Derrick Rose still gonna play. We have Tom Thibodeau. He's still gonna play. Derrick Rose is still gonna play. We have Tom Thibodeau here. Because sometimes there's rotations quickly and Rose play at the same time. Yeah. If we didn't have Tom Thibodeau, he probably wouldn't play, but Tibbs is still here. Thank you, TMGF. I really appreciate it. Yeah, his body language is awful. Very bad. Thank you, Legend Z. I really appreciate that. Same to you, man. Um, Tibbs will pull out the rest of his Charlie Brown hair. No, I entered that in the comment. He does look like Charlie Brown, doesn't he? Though Tibbs will pull out the rest of his hair if Mitch starts taking threes. Yeah, did you guys see that movie? You guys saw Hustle? I saw the Giannis movie too. Hustle was obviously way better. The Giannis movie, what's it called? The Rise. It's more of like a family type of movie. It's inspirational. It was kind of unrealistic though, how he didn't get like the phone call or anything like that when he was drafted. But it's pretty inspirational. Just cool movie. Definitely more of a family movie. But I really liked Hustle. I did like that. Yo, I hope all goes well with that, Legend Z. I stopped playing basketball like before high school because I dealt with a lot of like stress and anxiety and stuff like that. So I didn't enjoy playing in a competitive environment anymore because I was like going through a lot of shit. I'm like I'm not enjoying playing anymore, but I'm like I could talk about it forever. So I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. Thank you, still Knicks fans. You guys are the men as well, man. You guys are the men. You guys are the men. That doesn't sound right. Is that grammar? I don't know. I don't know if that's good grammar. I know a lot of Knicks fans want me to say no to that. Do you want KD coming to New York? But if he comes, of course I'm not gonna complain. It's freaking Kevin Durant. It's fucking it's Kevin Durant. Oh, Julius is mentally disturbed. Well, I hope just that I'm rooting for Julius. Though he's a Nick, I hope everything works out. Y'all should shoot. I mean, y'all should draft me high key. I'm a 6'1" point guard. Oh, like Brunson. That can shoot, slash, and facilitate pick and roll. You sound like Brunson, man. You sound like Brunson. We might sign you. You might. Are you Jalen Brunson? I've never seen you like face to face, but you have an accent. Are you from a different country, Legendsy? Or are you from the States? I do not watch hockey. I watched a little bit when the Rangers were in it. Uh, Thank you, Tricky Nicky. I really, really appreciate that, man. I feel like you're well spoken, or depending on what you go through in life, and depending, yeah, just certain experiences throughout your life really that really affects the way you talk and how you are as a person and how you mature. If you go through shit a lot of shit when you're young, that humbles you, and you get like a real reality check, then I don't know. I feel like you mature faster than other people. Yeah, I love slashing and playing and pick and rolls. Nice, man. So you have a nice pace then. You have a nice pace. TMGF says sports job's a dream. That's why I really started doing this, making content, and actually you do your own articles as that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. But I hope everything works out with you, man. What was the season I started watching basketball? Linsanity. Linsanity. 2012. Oh, yep, it's Linsanity. Right during that Mike D'Antoni era. So I did luckily get to see that good ass year when we won like 54 games. Should have beat the Pacers. Roy Hibbert blocking Melo. But I, I want you guys to guess. Guess who my favorite player was from those 2013 Knicks. I don't think you guys would guess it because he wasn't a star. It wasn't Melo. I actually thought he was gonna end up being better than he ended up being. But guess who my favorite player was from that 2013 Knicks team? Uh, you have to keep in mind also I was born in 2004. You saw the Timberwolves trading 5 first round picks for Gobert. That's actually yeah, that's crazy, man. No, wasn't Melo. Wasn't Melo. Quentin Richardson. We always get the players when they're freaking older too. Like that pissed me off all the time. We got like Rasheed Wallace and all that. We got Tracy McGrady when he was old. Ronaldo Parkman, no. J.R. Smith, no. Uh, what their next move should be? Honestly, you got to try to get Fournier and Randall out here. Yes, it is Shumpert. It is Shumpert. Shumpert was my guy. I love Shumpert's defense. I loved his athleticism. The most visual play of the playoffs when round two against the Pacers. Forgot what game it was. Chris Copeland misses a three on the left wing. Shumpert comes in, put back dunk. Iman Shumpert was my guy from Georgia Tech. I thought he was gonna be better than he ended up being. Obviously, he hurt himself. I like Novak. I did like Novak. Yup, the oldest rookie, Pablo. Yup. Well, because Amari ended up being disappointing. There was like we were supposed to get LeBron that offseason. That was the expectation, but then we got Amari. He didn't stay healthy a lot. And before a playoff game, he punched a fire extinguisher. Game two, yup. Shump, no way. Oh, Lexi Fed. Remember he threw the ball over the backboard? Or the most Knicks thing ever. We didn't have Giannis. We didn't end up with Giannis. We had Thanasis. We had Thanasis. Ugh. When the Knicks traded J.R. Smith and Shumpert, oh yeah, to the Cavs, I remember that. I did not like it. What we get? Did we get like Lou Amundsen? I'm trying to think of that deal. Was Lance Thomas on the Cavs at that time? I remember when we traded for Andre Bargnani. That pissed me off. Oh my gosh, we made a lot of questionable moves. When we signed Meta World Peace, we signed Lamar Odom. We should at least went to the conference finals. We would have lost to the Heat because that Heat team was amazing, but I hated that we lost the Pacers. Oh yeah, Galloway. Yup. Yeah, I liked Shumpert. I did. And he's a rapper now, doesn't he rap? I think the last NBA team he played for was the Kings. Let me check. I think it was the Kings. By the way, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate it. We have 81 likes. Can we get 100 likes, y'all? That'd be huge. That'd be huge. And we're almost at 3.8K. So we're almost at 4K, y'all. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. This channel wouldn't be possible without you guys. Well, you could say before we made the playoffs last year, we were a clown show. We're, we're kind of a clown show since I started watching the Knicks. Uh, Parniani. Yeah, remember he tried dunking. It was against the Sixers and he hurt his elbow. I was like, oh my gosh, why would he attempt that? He knows he doesn't have that athleticism. He has a reality show. Thank you, Drew. I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Yup, Amundsen. Yup, Perkins. Yup, that sounds right. So let's go through these because I remember. Well, I almost knocked my green screen over. That was a close one. Would have been embarrassing. It took me forever to balance this freaking green screen. I remember doing this with my friend Avery. I made a video on my channel. All the Phil Jackson transactions. A mess. List of Phil Jackson's transactions. All right. Here we go. So in 2014-15, thank you, Reality Check. I really appreciate that. He signed Shannon Brown. There was one point he just signed a bunch of like former Laker guys, like Derek Fisher. He hired as head coach. That was a mess. Texting players' girlfriends and all that. That sounds right actually. The Nets. So 2014-15 signings. We signed Shannon Brown, Lamar Odom, Jason Smith. You remember him? I was actually tracking that when it came to. Do you guys remember? I think it's still around. Game Tracker. When you didn't have cable at the time, because there was a point in time I was a Knicks fan, I had to rewatch highlights or watch highlights and all that. There was a game tracker. You get to watch the shot, like the shot tracker or whatever, when someone makes it or misses it. I was just like on my phone or my dad's phone. I just did this the whole time. Did he make it? Did he miss it? I did that like the whole time. I remember. Lance Thomas was actually a pretty good defender. He was a professional here, like a class act. Wasn't that good, but he traveled, double dribbled, stepped out of bounds, all on one play. I remember that. Lamar Odom, Jason Smith, Ricky Leto. Yup, Quincy AC, very classy. Got in a fight on Christmas Day. Langston Galloway. That actually wasn't that bad of a signing. He was pretty good. For what the Knicks were at the time. So the trades we made. Tyson Chandler and Raymond Felton to Dallas for Jose Calderon, Samuel Dallenberg. Gosh, Wayne Ellington. I'm not reading all this shit. This is too much shit. I'm. uh, I remember hearing about that. I remember that. Ricky Leto. He played for the Mavericks as well. He wasn't good. Um, so yeah, Tyson Chandler and Raymond fell into Dallas for Jose Calderon, Samuel Dallenberg, Wayne Ellington, Shane Larkin, and two second round picks, which resulted in Clean Anthony early. Sadly got shot, remember, at that bar, and Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Wayne Ellington and Jeremy Tyler, the Sacramento for Quincy AC and Travis Outlaw. Obviously, we had Ellington again. Yeah, all of these are bad trades. These are all Phil Jackson's transactions. Travis Outlaw, 2019 second round pick, and swap rights on 2018 second rounder to Philadelphia for Arnett Moultrie. Like, what the? Who the hell is that? Iman Shumpert and J.R. Smith to Cleveland for Lance Thomas via OKC, Lou Robinson, Alex Kirk, and Cavs 2019 second round pick. What's weird is that when we initially signed Brunson, people said it's bad contract. Now even 2 days. Well, we have no choice but to accept it, man. I'm not in love with the money, but he's an improvement compared to our past point guards, and we have no choice but to be on the organization side. So we traded Pablo to Houston for Alexei Shved, 2017 second round pick, which resulted in Ojan Hormuz, who didn't even make the team and he was god awful in Summer League, and a 2019 second round pick. We drafted Clean Anthony early, Thanasis. Now, 2015-16 signings, I remember some of these not being that bad. Derek Williams, I didn't mind him. I didn't really mind Derek Williams. He was athletic. I know he was a former second round pick, 2 years, 10 mil. Didn't really mind it. Who? Yeah. Drafted Frank Ntilikina and missed out on Donovan Mitchell, or missed out on everyone else. Just draft anyone else. I see Atlanta versus Knicks primetime rivalry. Oh, they're gonna be a rivalry as long as Trae Young's on the Hawks, which is forever. James White, yeah, I remember him in the dunk contest. Yo, what's going on, Jay? How you doing, man? Phil Jackson was on crack. When the Knicks traded for Derrick Rose in 2016, I thought they were going to be a playoff team. They actually started off pretty strong, I believe, and then they fell off. If you look at that Rose then, totally different. Rose had no jump shot then. He was still like thinking he had athleticism. If you look at him now, he's matured his game so much, much better shooter. I believe Phil Jackson. Well, don't forget about this though. Like Denver drafted Donovan Mitchell and traded him. Don't forget about that. I believe Phil Jackson purposely came to sabotage. Yeah, it was awful. Have you guys noticed the theme though? Phil Jackson, obviously one of the best head coaching minds ever. No experience as a GM, president of basketball operations, scouting, all of that. Steve Mills, we had next. Steve Mills didn't have any experience in that department at all. We hired him. Leon Rose is a wait and see thing, but I'm not done with Leon Rose, but he was an agent, a lawyer. Like, when are we gonna get basketball minds that know how to draft, evaluate talent? I know we've drafted some nice guys. We have. But I feel like we need another basketball mind in there. I wasn't around for Charles Smith, but I know all about it. Him against Chicago. Didn't we trade Xavier McDaniels for him? Well, didn't it was Phil Jackson that fell asleep during Phil Jackson fell asleep during like Zach Collins' workout or something. Like Phil Jackson watched basketball, but he didn't have experience as like a scout or anything. That's what I'm saying. So Shokeem Noah was bad. Yeah, that was barely played. So let's see what else we got here. So yeah, 2 years, $10 million for Derek Williams. Aaron Afwalo, 2 years, 16 mil. Afwalo, that he wasn't that bad. He was okay. I actually didn't mind that signing. Robin Lopez, 4 years, $54 million. What were you guys' thoughts on that one? I didn't think Robin Lopez was that bad. You could say that was a lot of money though. But is this when he was coming off the Hornets days? Because I believe he was pretty good with the Hornets. Kevin Seraphin, Tony Rowan, never played. Jimmer Fredette, 10-day contract. That was a little fun. Like when he came in at the end of the games. Trades. Don't forget, we traded Tim Hardaway Jr. He wasn't Nick for like that long of a stretch. We got him back apparently though, or eventually. But how bad of a trade? This was a bad trade. Tim Hardaway Jr. is not the best player in the world. He ended up playing pretty good in Atlanta before he returned to New York. But we traded Tim Hardaway Jr. Let's see if you guys can guess. Who do we trade Tim Hardaway Jr. for? Who do we trade Tim Hardaway Jr. for? No, don't look it up. You have to type it in 5 seconds. You got. I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I think there's kind of a delay. Let's see. I'll give you. Who's. No, who do we trade him for? All right, well, here we go. After we traded Tim Hardaway Jr., he was here for like 2 years. We eventually got him back in free agency. Tim Hardaway Jr., we traded for the 19th overall pick, which resulted in Jaren Grant from Notre Dame. He sucked. Jaren Grant sucked. He was trash. So bad. And I was high on him. He was being mocked on like the lottery. For the 2020 and 2021 second round picks to Philadelphia, for Willie Hernangomez, I didn't mind. Willie was pretty solid. All right, Laker J's done. He's done. He's back. All right, he's in timeout. All right, he's back. So Willie wasn't that bad. He was okay. We eventually traded him for like Johnny O'Bryant and freaking what was his second round pick. So swap rights on the 2019 second round pick for a Kyle O'Quinn. Not that bad. Now 2016-17. Ooh, what an offseason. What a class. Joakim Noah, 4 years, $72 million. And if you didn't know, last year, that was our last year paying Joakim. We were still paying him. We were still paying him. 4 years, $72 million. Courtney Lee, 4 years, 48 mil. He wasn't that bad. He was all right. Lance Thomas, 4 years, 27 million. I don't know why you give 4 years to Lance Thomas though. He was Brandon Jennings, 1 year, $5 million. Yeah, he was waived. He sucked kind of. Sasha Vujacic. Could never pronounce his name. Played for the Lakers. Oh, you guys remember? You guys know who the OG Kuz was. True NBA fans know who the real Kuz was before Kuzma. Mendauskas Kuzminskis. He was the true Kuz. He was a true Kuz. Marshall Plumlee. He's in the military now. Salute to him. Maurice Endor. Ron Baker. Jason Randle. Oh. We also got Courtney Lee and Brent. Yup. I believe Knicks should build around RJ Barrett. That's our top pick. We need to take a risk on his development. We have to take a risk on a lot of people's development, man. We got to actually develop for once. Develop young talent. So here we go. And also in 2016-17, Jose Calderon, Jaren Grant, and Robin Lopez to Chicago for Derrick Rose and Justin Holiday. Not that bad of a trade at the time. Jose Calderon's not even in the league anymore, I don't think. Jaren Grant, not good. Robin Lopez, eh. And Justin Holiday wasn't that bad for us. I kind of like Justin. Then came the 2017-18 draft. This is Phil Jackson's last stint here. We drafted Frank for the triangle. Didn't even run the triangle with them. Didn't even run the triangle. Drafted Frank Ntilikina at number 8. Drafted Damian Dotson, who I didn't think was that bad for the 44th pick. And Ojen Hormuz, number 58. Well, we got someone at 58 who's way better than Hormuz and Jericho Sims. So those were the last moves he made. Frank didn't play under Phil Jackson. Yup, and Rondo went to Chicago. The only superstar the Knicks drafted was Patrick Ewing. That was 36 years ago. Yup. A lot of us at one point, if we're being real, our optimistic side thought Porzingis was going to be the next guy. Yes. Wait, what'd someone say? 100 likes for Clutch. Let's get it, y'all. How many likes we got? We got 86 likes. We got 86 likes. Can we get 100? Yeah, I wasn't around for the Isaiah Thomas era. Heard that was bad though. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I've seen that. I wonder how Taj is doing after Trey Young ankle breaker. Like, oh, I hated that. I hated that. I hated that. I hated that. Yeah, Courtney Lee was pretty good. He wasn't that bad. But yeah, spam questions. I'm not sure how much longer I'm gonna be live, but it's a summer break, so I'm chilling. I'm chilling. So the spam questions doesn't have to be about the era now. It could be NBA like just broad NBA questions. It could be the Knicks. It could be any basketball questions. Yeah, I do remember Anis Cantor. I appreciate how hard he played, but he couldn't play defense to save his life. Couldn't play defense to save his life. I respect how much he loved, like he embraced New York, but he was embarrassing, man. Yup, that was one of Scott Perry's first moves. Traded. Then was that second round pick Mitch too? I think that second round pick ended up being Mitch. I'm trying to think. Trade Rose or no? No. Right now, no. Because what would his value be? Best and worst game you watched of the Knicks? That's a good question. I didn't see many great games because I'm young, obviously. Hmm. Let's see the worst game. Oh, I know the worst game. I think this was the season we won 17 games. Or was it the year? Do you guys remember the year we needed I think we needed Atlanta to beat Chicago, or was it we needed Chicago to beat Atlanta? We ended up as the ninth seed, or was it the 17-game season? There was like one really ugly game against the Lakers. I'm trying to see what the final score was that game. When we only had like 10 points in the third quarter, it was like embarrassing. Let me see if I could find it. Let me see if I could find it. There was like one very embarrassing game. I guess Porzingis going down with the ACL injury. I hated that, of course, at the time. The Melo 62-point game against the Hornets. Yeah, that was a good one. We didn't make the playoffs that year, which sucked. And then I remember like LeBron had a 60-point game right after that. Yeah, I didn't get to see Starks. I didn't get to see the 90s Knicks, which sucked. I didn't get to see even the late 90s, like 99, 2000. Like, I didn't see Houston. I didn't get to see Spreewell, Larry Johnson, all that. Or one game I really liked. It's not like a historical game, but it was against the Celtics, I think, in 2013. It was like Novak and J.R. Smith were just like raining threes in this one game, and I just thought it was amazing. I think we killed the Celtics or ended up killing them in the fourth. What game was the Honey Nut Cheerios game? Was that regular season? I'm trying to think. When Kevin Garnett said, "Your wife smells like Honey Nut Cheerios." Yup, I didn't see that, but that would definitely be the worst, obviously. Apparently, Anthony Mason was the worst inbounder. He inbounded the ball again, too. It's probably Melo's 62-point game. It's probably Melo's 62-point game. Let me see. People could bring up the Houston shot, the floater. They actually have that as number one on this list. Yeah, a lot of them were like in the 90s when they made the list. Would you think Bulls would still beat Rockets in '95? Yeah, obviously I know about that. Obviously I didn't see it happen. The Rockets are obviously very good, but Chicago, Chicago. Yeah, honestly I don't know. Cause this was the thing. This is what I've always heard, that Patrick Ewing was really, really fucking good. Obviously we know that, but Hakeem Olajuwon was just better. He just was, and he just did such a great job defensively on Ewing. And what I hear all the time also, if Akeem Olajuwon didn't get his fingertips on John Stark's shot, the Knicks would have won the championship. That's what I heard. Larry Johnson's 4 point play. Yeah, that's huge. I rewatched those highlights. I actually rewatched the those highlights of Houston having 50. There was one highlight when he like put it behind his back and like threw it down in transition. Or no, he put it behind his back. It was kind of like a shake and bake and went for a layup against LA. We'll have to go to the playoffs more and play him more for him to become the new Reggie Miller. But from a villain standpoint, Miller's more iconic. And but the Knicks were better then too, so it's like kind of hard to say. But from a villain standpoint, yeah, a lot of Knicks fans hate Young, and Young's kind of like Miller in a way that it's like, especially from a physical standpoint, like Miller obviously was taller than Young, but when you look at Young, he's short, he has a chip on his shoulder. Miller was this just gangly, skinny dude. Like we know Miller never hit the weight room, but don't don't judge a book by its cover. Of course, I remember Porzingis. Don't tell no one. I still got his jersey. I'm not gonna lie. See, I'm cheap. I can't. Like my mom spent money on that jersey. I can't throw it away. But it's deep into the closet. I don't have many jerseys though. I have Porzingis jersey, RJ jersey. Obviously, I have the signed Charles Oakley jersey. But when I was a kid, I had so many. Or not kid. I'm 18 now. I'm not really a kid anymore. But I even got jerseys that weren't Knicks. Um, when I was like 8, I had a LeBron jersey, I had a Kobe jersey, John Wall jersey. Uh, I have a Kobe high school jersey right now. Well, actually, no, I have an Oscar Robertson All Star Game jersey in my closet. I loved John Wall when he was on the Wizards. Oh yeah, Chris Childs. Yeah, Durant don't go to the weight room either. See how many likes we got. Someone said we're close to 100, or we're 9 likes away. So we're at 93 likes. Yeah, I have no choice but to get a Brunson jersey. I need. I want to get an IQ jersey. I'm just so like it always scares me though when it always scares me to buy young players jerseys from the Knicks because you never know when they're gonna trade them. It's so hard to buy Knicks jerseys. You never know with these players like in the Knicks organizations. Oh, you liking the Knicks doesn't make you a kid at all. Basketball's awesome, man. Basketball's freaking awesome, dude. Like I'm the reason I'm a Knicks fan, like a lot of people don't know this. I'm not from New York. I'm not. My dad is from New York. My dad was born in Manhattan. He was a diehard Knicks, Giants, Yankees fan, and I would play basketball all the time with him. And the main reason I'm a Knicks fan because I hustled a lot when I played basketball when I was younger. I didn't play high school though. I just stopped playing basketball. I didn't really enjoy playing it competitively anymore. Um, Whenever I would dive after a loose ball or hustle, he was like, "You're playing like Charles Oakley out there. You're playing like Anthony Mason out there." My dad's favorite Nick was John Starks though. That was my dad's favorite Nick. Or whenever I would play my dad in 2K, I would always kill him with Hubert Davis because Hubert Davis's shot is wet. His shot was wet. Yes, yeah, I got you. Same when it comes to current Knicks, I just have RJ. That is true. I need to get a Mitch jersey. Let's see how long I've been a fan. 13, 14. Same, I've been a fan for like 10 years. Oh, you're born in the Bronx? Okay, okay. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Someone said we're 5 away. I really appreciate you guys. Like, yeah, I make the content, but you guys are the ones that check it out and show me love. It means a lot. And we have 74 people. It's 12:03 in the morning and 74 people watching. Like, that means a lot. That means a lot. Yeah, I'm with you. I can't buy Knicks jerseys. They all ended up being traded. I currently own Spreewell. Lynn, yeah, but yo, I remember as soon as Lynn like went to the Rockets, he signed that money with the Rockets. Clearance sale. Lynn's jerseys went from freaking like $40, $30 to freaking $15, man. His jerseys are cheap for the Knicks now. For the fun of it, I might just get a Lynn Knicks jersey. Like Lynn's story, even though it didn't last long, you have to admit that shit is very, very inspirational. Like, dude, watching those Linsanity games, like I was on the verge of crying. I'm like, I feel so good for, like, I'm so happy for this dude, man. Like, I'm so happy for this dude. You can't help but be happy, man. Like, it gave me the chills watching those games. I watched that Linsanity documentary a lot. When he had the spin move against Derek Fisher, like, he laid it up and in. He had that game winner against the Raptors. Carmelo, okay. Yeah, our longest tenured player is Mitch. Yup. You need 4 likes. Can't leave now. No, we're 4 likes away from 100, y'all. I really, really appreciate it. Cause I'm trying to get. I'm usually someone I don't like asking for them a lot, but I've noticed YouTubers say this a lot. More likes you get, it helps the algorithm with your stream, and more people join the stream. Apparently, it helps with the algorithm. It's possible. White Falcon. We'll see. Yeah, oh, it's gonna be tough watching Fournier and Brunson's defense. Like, I would have Fournier come off the bench as well. I'm with you. Well, you could still go back watch the documentaries, dude. You look up Linsanity. Just look up Linsanity movie on YouTube. It's free. Like you could just watch it, no ads, anything. Just look up Linsanity movie. I'll show you. By the way, shout out to CK again. He did not have to do that. I really appreciate it. Great channel, man. What keeps you going to continue making? Wait, great channel, man. What keeps you going to continue making new content? Must be a lot of work. There's times that I'm like, what am I gonna make a video on? That's a tough thing about making a having a channel about one team. There's like dead parts of the offseason. Like, should I make a video on this? Because I know some, like, I have respect for people that make Knicks content, but some people just upload content just to upload content. And I'm like, I don't want to be that person that just reaches on content, for views. if you know what I mean. But I don't know. I just love the Knicks. I love basketball, and this kind of been my job for the summer as well. I enjoy doing this, but this has also been my job for the summer. When it, I'll give you both sides of it. $107 million is a lot for a player that had his first good year. He had solid years before that. Obviously, you look at the way he stepped up in that Utah series against different defensive personnel. It was different, like against the Warriors. But if you're taking a look at the market, like Van Vliet, the money he got. Remember Rozier when he got a lot of money that one time with the Hornets, and he went on to average like 9 points a season after. And the value of the point guard position, like the Knicks haven't had a good point guard in a while. But I understand, like, if the Knicks think he has a higher ceiling than other people think, then and he ends up getting better, it's a good contract. But hopefully he's just good for us. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking him to play like a superstar. Just be good. Shout out to like 100 from number 53. Salute to the top 100. Like, yo, we got 100 likes. Yo, I really appreciate that, y'all. You guys are awesome. Let me see. Oh no, we got 98 likes. That one was pretty good. Raymond Felton was pretty good. My dad didn't like him because my dad was always like, Felton's solid, but could you imagine this team? Like, yeah, we're really good right now, but imagine if that Knicks team actually had a very good point guard, not just a solid one. Felton was solid, but could you imagine if that Knicks team had a very good point guard? My dad always said that. Because when Felton started getting fat and out of shape, my dad was like, I can't stand watching this dude dribble the ball up the court. Yeah, Brunson is a gamble. I agree with you. I know some Knicks fans that are just going to be like, oh, it's a good move no matter what. He's a good player, but I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that it's the best thing ever. I'm not a cheerleader. I just say it how it is. I don't think every move the Knicks make as an organization is the right move. I don't. I know some Knicks fans that just think what the front office is doing is right all the time. But I hope it was the right decision. Clutch, don't stop making videos. Keep going. I love your channel. I'll keep supporting you. I really appreciate that, Jay. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Yeah, Felton was okay until he got fat. I'm gonna say how many wins with the. See, it's so hard to predict this because the year we made the playoffs, I said we are gonna be one of the worst teams in the league. Yup, I did say that. I had Cade Cunningham in a thumbnail of a video. I freaking Evan Mobley in a thumbnail of a video before that season. So you never know what's gonna happen if RJ has a big year. Who steps up? There's a surprise player. I'm gonna say we win 44 games. That's my take. 44 games. Oh, I love Darius Garland, but he just got the supermax from the Cavs. He just got the supermax, and he's pretty much their best player. I believe Jared Allen too is a beast. Evan Mobley's gonna be a beast. I like their young core. It says we have 100 likes. It says I got 99. I don't know if you guys see that. It says I got 99 likes. It says we're one away. It says we're one away. I like the Hartenstein signing. I didn't watch a lot of Clippers basketball, but when I did go back watch the film, when I was getting like not like messages in the comment section like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss Hartenstein," I was like, "Yeah, they possibly missed a good guy." And I watched his highlights. He brings us something Mitch doesn't have. Comes to when it comes to feel for the game, passing, floaters. He hustles. He plays extremely hard. Sets good screens. It sucks. I wanted to see Sims in that backup role, but we know Tom Thibodeau. He probably wanted more of a seasoned type of guy. Even though he's still young, he's like 23, 24. Yeah. Harnstein's left-handed, Brunson's left-handed, Randall's left-handed, RJ's left-handed. He's no, he's not. Never mind. Yeah. Yo, thank you guys so much for 103 likes. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate that. That means the world. You guys are amazing. It's freaking 12:12 in the morning. We got 67 people in the chat. I really appreciate that. Yo, Sims for the 58th overall pick is a freaking beast. Sets hard screens, rolls the basket well. He's still raw, but you see the talent. Yeah, I feel you. Knicks will be 2026 NBA champs. Yeah, Hartenstein, I like the move. Yo, Tricky Nicky, thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate that. I hope you have a great night. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support. How long have I been live? I started at 10. I think I've been live for like 2 hours. Yep, I've been live for 2 hours. Sheesh. I'll read a couple more comments that I'll head out. What's going on? Welcome. I've been live for 2 hours now. We ain't gonna make it. Yeah, we started playing Shump at point guard because we got desperate and we played Tony Douglas and then Linsanity happened. I hope this year they develop top and high energy player. Yeah, he runs the court very well and his passing's underrated. Obviously, we want to see that shot become consistent, but when he's playing with the right personnel and they're playing up there at his strengths, Toppin's a very solid player. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. We got over 100 likes. Like that's absolutely amazing. I really appreciate the support. Try to get these streams higher quality. You know, just try to like set up certain notifications when someone super chats and all that. Just thank you guys. I really, really appreciate your support. Um, Smash the like button if you ended up enjoying the stream. Subscribe for more Knicks content. Have a safe one, guys.